So today we will be starting our new book, second book, Elevation to Krishna Consciousness. So let's see. We will discuss very first chapter of this book today. Let's see. Choosing human and animal lives. Okay, so see, this is the Guru Pranam mantra which we always recite. It is an invocation mantra. We always recite this mantra to pay obeisances to our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. So we will discuss this shloka today. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master who has opened my eyes, blinded by the darkness of ignorance, with the torchlight of knowledge. So see, from this one should understand that if we talk about human beings, of course, when any human being take birth, so you will see they take birth in ignorance only. No one is aware about the ultimate purpose of their lives. Means there is only one purpose of human life, but people are unaware of this. So here in the shloka, it is mentioned that our spiritual master is the one who open our eyes, which are blinded by the darkness of ignorance, totally ignorant mode. We are not aware that what we have to do, why we get this human life, and what is the ultimate purpose of this human life, what one can do only in this human life and not any other species. But we get this from our spiritual master. How? By the knowledge. So he opens our eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Just like you will see, if there is a dark room, so it is full of darkness. But if one will, if he will on a torchlight, then all the darkness will vanish away. So same way, the ignorance of human being. What is the ignorance of human being? That he is unaware about his purpose of human life, that why he got this human life. So our spiritual master, who is Srila Prabhupada ji, by his mercy only, we got this knowledge. Otherwise, you see now, if we were not reading these books, if we were not reading scriptures, 𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗺, Bhagavad Gita, then we might not know these things. That only in this human life only one can do something for his self-realization. In this human life only he can understand, he can know his relationship with God. If you see other species, they are helpless. They can't do anything for self-realization. They are just busy in doing four things: eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. That's it. No other business. But in human life only, one can do something for his self-realization. So human life is really a blessing for a jiva. Even Lord himself, he became happy when he when he created human beings. He also became happy. Why? Because only in human life one can understand his relationship with Supreme Personality. So this is true that this is really a blessings to, it is really a mercy of God if one has got this human life. And above that also, Very much mercy is that you get the association of devotees. By associating with them, you will, by associating with them only, you will get to know that you should serve Lord. Otherwise, we will never, we never get this. So this is only possible through the association of devotees. So yeah, this is only because of the mercy of our spiritual master. It is customary with this verse to offer obeisances to the spiritual master who enlightens his disciples in the matter of transcendental knowledge. This Vedic process does not involve research work. Now, what does that mean? There is no need of research, any research. You see, if anyone, he will do any work, ordinarily, if he will do any work, he will do lots of research. If we take very simple example, so if one have to make something, if he want to cook something, so he will research, he will search many recipes that, I want to make sandesh. So that person will see that what flavors I can put, what flavors I can add, or there are many things. So he will search for varieties, he will search for various variations. So he will do research. So this is one example to make you understand. But what Srila Prabhupada ji is telling here, that the Vedic process does not involve any research work. Why? Because it is already tried and tested. There is no need of research. In mundane scholarship, we have to show our academic learning by some research. But the Vedic process is different. Yes. Because this is not an ordinary process or ordinary, it is not ordinary thing. In the Vedic process, the research work is already done. Yes, it is already tried and tested. It is complete and it is simply handed down by disciplic succession from teacher to student. So one should understand this thing, that this knowledge of scriptures is directly coming from Supreme Personality. Now see, one should understand this thing. Supreme means supreme, Godhead. Supreme means Godhead. So the knowledge of Godhead is always perfect. Everything is perfect. There is no any imperfection. Is it not? So that's why Srila Prabhupada is telling here, it's mentioned here, that this process is different because it is already complete in it. The research work is already done, it is complete, and it is simply handed down by disciplic succession. So you will see Lord Krishna gave knowledge to Brahmaji, then Brahmaji gave to Naradji, then Naradji gave to his disciple gave to his disciple. So like this is coming in disciplic succession from teacher to student. So like this, in end, Srila Prabhupada ji, and from Srila Prabhupada ji, we are getting this knowledge. There is no question of research work because the instruments and the means with which one conducts such research work are blunt and imperfect. See, this is really practical thing. Now, if one is putting his mind, Prabhuji say one word, if he is doing Lal Bhujakkad means he is putting his illogical mind. He say, I will do research. Oh, I will not trust this knowledge. I will do research. So if one will do any research, he will actually, make adulterations after researching. He will be understanding this knowledge of scriptures with his understanding, which is imperfect. How? because we are material, we are in this material body, we are in this material world. You will see nothing is perfect here. Everything is imperfect. Is it not? When Mataji was telling me, she's a devotee, so she was searching for a devotee partner. So every time she was searching for a devotee partner, she was in end she was getting that devotee, he has some imperfection. Second time again, she said that devotee also have some imperfection. So then she said that yes, I was realizing with this that nothing is perfect in this world. You will always find some imperfection in everything, and this is fact. So same way, if someone is trying to do any kind of research, in end what will happen? He will make adulterations in this knowledge, pure knowledge of scriptures, and you will see if one will follow that imperfect knowledge, then no transformation will happen in this life. And this is what happening. You will see there are many variations of Bhagavad Gita, but that is adulterate knowledge. Adulterate means that what Krishna gave us, what Supreme Personality gave us, people made changes in that. Just like you will see, if I don't know why always example of recipes comes in my mind, but yeah, let's take this example only. Suppose if any very lavish dish has came from somewhere, let's say from a devotee home only, because devotees don't consume hotel food, is it not? So any devotee gave something, any dish, let's say rice, pulav, he gave that pulav, he made it very perfectly. But if someone will make changes in it, then that recipe will change, that taste of that recipe will change, taste of that pulav will change. I mean to say that the pulav that devotee gave, it is all perfect. There is no need of making any changes in it. But then also, if someone will, he will put sugar in it, or he will put more spices in it, then it taste will change. So it will be imperfect. So same way, pure knowledge is already coming. Krishna already gave us pure knowledge of scriptures, but if someone is doing any kind of, if he will do any kind of research, he will make changes in that knowledge, and then it will be imperfect. And if anyone will follow that, there will be no transformation. This is very practical. So this is what Prabhupada ji is telling, that there is no question of research work, because the instruments and the means with which one conducts such research work are blunt and imperfect. At this stage of our material existence, we are conditioned by many laws of nature. All conditioned souls are subject to 4 defects due to the imperfection of their senses. So now there are 4 defects due to the imperfection. There are 4 defects due to the imperfection of our own senses. What are those defects? There are mainly 4 defects. One defect is that the conditioned soul is certain to commit mistakes. Yes, you will see, even if we are trying to do something very perfectly, but then also possibility is there, we will commit mistake. There are many examples of, you can take many examples of it. Suppose there is a rider. He rides very nice. He rides bike very nicely. But you will see, even nice riders, they also meet with accidents. Is it not? no matter how perfect they are riding. But possibility is there that accident may happen. So, yeah, this is the defect number one, that we commit mistakes. There is no man who does not commit mistakes. In India, for instance, Mahatma Gandhi was supposed to be a great personality, but he also committed mistakes. Yes. And what mistake did he commit? Can anyone Is anyone aware about this? You can tell on chat. Till then, I'm adjusting the page. So you will see Mahatma Gandhiji was a great leader, but he also committed mistake. What mistake did he committed? 5 minutes before he came to the meeting at which he was killed, he was warned by the confidential associates not to go, but he persisted. To commit mistakes is very natural in the conditioned state of life. Yes, he don't hear his assistant. So yes, even though he was warned that if you will go there, you will be killed. But then also he didn't obeyed. He didn't respected the warning of their associates. Then what happened? He went. So, to commit mistakes is very natural in the conditioned state of life. Indeed, the popular saying has arisen, to err is human. So, this is the very first defect of material. We have got this material body, material senses. This is the very first defect, that we will always commit mistake. Even you will see Prime Minister of any country, he also commit mistakes. Because we are conditioned to commit mistakes. Defect is there. Another imperfection of the conditioned soul is that he is sure to be illusioned. Being illusioned means accepting something which is not, taking some phantasmagoria to be factual. Now, what does that mean? There was one book, 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗺. So, in that book also, I explained these things in very detail. I will share those images tomorrow in class. You will see, you might have seen it, that there are few photos, and they have been made in such a way that if anyone will see those images, they will be illusioned. So you will see there are some images. If you will see that image, you will observe that, oh, it is moving. Is this a video or an image? Or an image? You might have seen such images. It is actually an image, but if you will see it, you will feel that it's a video because it's moving. So see, it is also illusion. So this is defect number 2, that conditioned soul has a tendency that he's sure to be illusioned. Every one of us is under the impression that we are these bodies, but actually we are not. Yes, this is also very big illusion, isn't it? We are not this body, but then also we think that we are this body. Now also we are reading these books, then we are so much aware that no, we are not this body, we are soul. But you see, people, ordinary people who are not reading any scriptures, they identify themselves with body only. That's why they are so much engrossed in activities which are related with body. They decorate their bodies, they build so much muscles, etc., etc. I was thinking this, that, I was just remembering my past days when I also joined gym. So I was just remembering this thing, that there were many people who used to came to that at that gym. So they were so much, working hard to build muscles. I want to build muscles. I want to, build six packs, whatever. They were so much engrossed. Why? So I was literally this realized, I was observing this thing, that they were thinking I am this body. Of course, I was also thinking like this only that time, that I am this body. I want to look good, so I will build some health. I should join gym. See the illusion? If one will not get this knowledge, he will be illusioned in his whole life. And people are illusioned like this. You will see in their 70s and 80s also. Varmataji was telling me that her neighbor, he is in 80s now, but then also he went to a ring ceremony. Even though his body was paining so much, but then also he went to ring ceremony for consuming pav bhaji or whatever, chow mein, pav bhaji, whatever. See, because people are identifying their illusion that we are this body, but in reality we are fragmental part of Lord, and one should only consume remnants of Lord, is it not? But it is again illusion of people that they are doing like this. So accepting the body to be the self is called illusion or maya. So this is the second imperfection, defect, that we get illusioned. The third imperfection is that conditioned souls have a tendency to cheat. We have often heard a storekeeper say, "Because you are my friend, I won't make any profit of you." Who is businessman here? Kiran Prabhuji. Are you a businessman? I don't know. Anyways, so you will see any businessman, he always do like this, that you are my friend. Oh, how can I charge so much from you? I'm not keeping any profit with me, or whatever. I won't make any profit of you. You are so dear to me. But in reality, one should know this thing, that business is an economic activity. There is no affection, love, or anything. There is, muhavra. I don't know. It's a muhavra item, that in Hindi, अगर घोड़ा घास से दोस्ती करेगा तो खाएगा क्या? Have you heard this? So yeah, you will see any businessman, he will always take profit. And of course, if he will not take profit, then his business will terminate. He will have to terminate his business if he will not earn any profit. But in actuality, we know that he is making at least 50% profit. There are so many instances of this cheating propensity. There are also many examples of teachers who actually know nothing but put forth theories in the words like, see, one more thing I want to explain here, that if Prabhupada ji is explaining this third imperfection with this example, then that doesn't mean that businessman will not take any profit or something. It's just Prabhupada ji is telling this to make this point, so that we can understand this point. Our third defect, that it is imperfection of conditioned soul, that he will cheat. So Prabhupada ji is trying to explain this point here by this, that he will promise, he will do false promises that you are my friend, I can't make profit from you, but he will do. He's making at least 50% profit. Okay, there are also many examples of teachers who actually know nothing but put forth theories in words like perhaps or it may be, while in actuality they are simply cheating their students. Prabhuji was telling that when he was in college or something, so there was a teacher, he used to write any maths problem on board, and then he used to leave the class, and then after leaving the class he used to learn the solution. Whatever problem he wrote on the board, he used to learn the solution, and then he used to come back to the class and he used to make understand that solution of that problem. You will see teachers used to be, they just used to show that they are so brilliant, they are so intelligent. They just chastise their students and they just show that we are so intelligent, etc., etc. But in reality, they are also cheating with students. If we understand if we understand this point with more clarity, so you see now how teachers are actually cheating students. The knowledge which they should give, the actual knowledge which they should give to students, they are not giving that knowledge. In fact, they are giving such knowledge which is entangling that student more in this material world. Is it not? Real knowledge is that the real knowledge is that one tells you how to get out of this world, how to get relief from this cycle of birth and death. This is the real knowledge. But those teachers are also not aware about this thing, then how will they tell this to students, to their students? So this thought also came in my mind yesterday, that I will try to, contact with my teachers and I will recommend them to read these books. I was thinking this, that at least they will understand. In future only, they may tell their students about this knowledge. So yeah, I will do this. So yes, are you understanding this point? That teachers who actually know nothing but put forth theories in the words like perhaps or it may be, even if you will ask those teachers anything related to scriptures, they will say like this only. So yeah, they are simply cheating their students. The fourth imperfection is that the senses of the living entity are not perfect. Our vision is so limited that we cannot see very far away nor very near. Yes, you just try to see very far. How much far can you see? Not much. And if you will try to see very near also, so you will see your eyes will close. You will not be able to see very close. Is it not? So this is the imperfection of our senses. Let me give you more examples related to this. I'm remembering some examples. You will see, if you consume something sweet, for example, you consume sugar. After consuming sugar, if you will consume sweet mango, then that sweet mango will not taste sweet to you. It will taste tasteless to you. It will not taste sweet. This is practical. You try this today only at your home, whatever fruit is available. You consume something sweet, and after that, immediately if you will consume any sweet fruit or something, you will find that that fruit is not, that fruit is not sweet. So this is because of the imperfection of our senses. Same way, if you will dip your hand in warm water, and after dipping your hand in warm water, if you will dip your hand in normal water, you will feel that that normal water is also very cold. The temperature of that normal water is very cold. And if you will dip your hand in ice water, and same if you will dip immediately after that, you will dip your hand in normal water, you will feel that that same normal water is now, you're feeling that it is warm. Water is normal, temperature of the water is normal, but then also this is the imperfection of our senses. We feel like this. These are practical examples. You can experiment these today only. So all our senses are also limited. It is not possible to understand the unlimited by these imperfect limited senses. What is unlimited? Unlimited means which is not limited, infinite. And infinite, what is infinite? Which is eternal. The scriptures, the knowledge of scriptures that we are reading, that we are understanding, that is from eternal time. One can't tell that these scriptures were, it came before 5,000 years or 10,000 years. No, it is from eternal time. Of course, Prabhupada ji did translations. But it's not like that Prabhupada ji has made any variations in that. See, this is very easy thing one should understand. Anything which has any changes or anything which has not any changes means it is pure. And how to know whether it is pure or not? If you will follow that knowledge, you will see immense transformations in your life in just little time. And this is what we are experiencing by following all this knowledge, is it not? So yeah. So one should understand that with our limited senses, we can't understand something unlimited. The conclusion is that the Vedic process does not encourage us to endeavor to learn the absolute truth by employing our present senses, which are conditioned in so many ways. So yes, if one is putting his illogical mind, or if he's trying to understand this knowledge of scriptures with his limited senses, with his limited knowledge, limited intelligence, then he can't understand it very nicely. So what is the intelligence? Real intelligence is to accept this knowledge as it is, and you follow it as it is in your life. This is the intelligence. If we are to have knowledge, it must come from a superior source which is not conditioned by these four imperfections. That source is Krishna. He is the supreme authority of Bhagavad Gita, and he is accepted as the perfect authority by so many saints and sages. So, are you getting this point? That this pure knowledge of scriptures, it's directly coming from our Supreme Personality, Lord Krishna. And he is all perfect. So the knowledge is also perfect. And what is the proof of this? If you will follow this pure knowledge, you will see transformation. The proof is scriptures itself. Very easy. The knowledge of scriptures is pure, and the proof of this is the scriptures itself. Whoever will follow the scriptures, he will experience transformations in his life. Hence proved. Those who are serious students of Vedic literature accept authority. Bhagavad Gita, for example, is not a scholarly presentation which arose out so much research work. It is perfect knowledge that was taught by Lord Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and we receive information from it that in previous ages of Sri Krishna also taught it to the sun god Vivasvan. Yes. So see, people often they are aware about this thing that yeah, Lord Krishna gave this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. They often say this. But in reality, very first, Lord Krishna very first gave this knowledge to sun god, Vivasvan. He is sun god only, Surya Dev. So the very first student of Lord Krishna is sun god. But you will see after, this knowledge was vanished by time after so many years. So Krishna gave this knowledge again to Lord Krishna. And this Lord Krishna himself tells in Bhagavad Gita. And it was handed down from time immemorial from Vivasvan by disciplic succession. So here this shloka, which we will discuss in our next class. Okay. We will stop here now. I'll see if there are any questions. No, there are no any questions. All right, we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol.